Hey, John Rhys, how's it going?
Good, good. I cannot complain, not even a little bit. I'm blessed.
So, just how's it been your first month here at UCF, or I guess a few weeks anyway? Made the decision to come here. Has it been good, just kind of getting to know the team? I think Chip Lindsey, we just talked to him. He said some guys some guys who transfer in, it maybe takes a little while to get those relationships going. He said you're like a natural guy that connects with guys right away. That he's kind of noticed that from afar. So, how's it been the first few weeks here?
It's been really good. First thing that I've noticed is the weather is really good here. Had a little cold snap. It got down to 42 degrees. That's really cold, I guess, here. But no, it's been really good. Guys have obviously welcomed the guys that have come in with open arms, and it's been really good to be around those guys and starting to get to know them and work with them. It's a good deal for sure.
You played quarterback and receiver at Ole Miss, but UCF wants you as a quarterback. Are you ready to play quarterback again, or is that even a concern at all?
Yeah, that's where my heart is. You know, I've done that since I've been a little kid, and that's where my heart is. And as much as I love Ole Miss and everything that they have done for me, I felt as though I'm a quarterback, and so I want to play quarterback, and so that's why I'm here.
Obviously, you're a dual sport athlete. What's your spring schedule look like?
Start to juggle a little bit in spring, and so that's when the kind of busyness comes in. So I came in kind of at the busiest moment, and so you're trying to juggle between baseball and football and school and eating right and learning everybody's names and all that good stuff. And so, but it's going good. Waiting on a waiver that was submitted to the NCAA. Prayers for that. Hopefully that I get to play this baseball season, but I know God's got to plan through it all. So it'll be what it'll be, you know. And so, but as of right now, like I said, just juggling a lot of stuff and trying to keep my head on straight.
When we were talking with Chip Lindsey, he mentioned, UCF has a quarterback who started, Mikey Keene, the majority of the games last year. They signed a quarterback, but there's not a whole lot of, outside of Mikey starting one season, not a whole lot of experience, and you provide that experience. What do you think, you, in addition to experience, provide with the quarterback room?
I think obviously have done it. Been in the quarterback room for multiple years at Ole Miss and seen the things and played in environments and all that good stuff. And I think Mikey did a really, really good job last year. And it's going to be really fun to work with all those guys, Joey and Tommy and Parker and Mikey. Those are all great guys. We've gotten to throw and work around each other a little bit, obviously working out and running and throwing and do all that good stuff. Really great guys, really awesome athletes. You can see that by the way they work and the way they move. But yeah, I'm excited to work with them.
John, in the back here, Adam Shadow from Fox 35. I wonder what the discussions you had with Gus were like about being a starting quarterback, being in every down starter to play the whole game, and were there any promises made, or was there a discussion about that?
So that obviously, like I said earlier, that's where my heart is. That's what I want to do, is play quarterback. And when I was coming out of high school, Coach Gus recruited me or Coach Malzahn recruited me to play slot receiver originally with Coach Lindsey at Auburn early in my recruitment. And so it was like, then I told him then, I said, hey, I'm a quarterback. I think I can play quarterback at the highest level. And so that's what I want to do. And so then I played my senior season, and after they got to watch my senior season, I think they agreed as well. And while they were at Auburn, they then recruited me to play quarterback, but I ended up at Ole Miss. But going into the transfer portal or having conversations with them again, obviously they're all in on me playing quarterback, and that's what they want me to do. And so I'm really excited that I get the opportunity to do so under two great offensive minds, Coach Lindsey and Coach Malzahn.
John Rhys, you were able to play quarterback pretty much immediately at Ole Miss, had some thrilling games in 2019. I know there was a coaching change. You didn't play quarterback as much. And probably at that point, early in your career, I thought, this is going to be my all 4 years games like this. But so just getting a fresh opportunity to play the position that you love, where your heart is, how excited are you for this new opportunity?
I can't help but to feel truly blessed. I know a lot of kids don't get to have the opportunity that we as guys at UCF have or guys at Ole Miss have. And so I think it's really, really a blessing to be able to not only play at Ole Miss, but to have opportunities outside of Ole Miss as well. And so obviously when I hit the transfer portal, got some calls, but just feel really, truly blessed to have the opportunity to play the game of football. And then at that point, to have the opportunity to play quarterback is truly a blessing for sure.
You competed against Matt Corral at Ole Miss. Did you learn things from him? What was that competition like?
So we kind of learned as we went because when my freshman year, he started the first 3 games, and then I kind of took over when he got hurt. and then later on in the season we kind of flip-flop back and forth. And so we kind of learned together as we went, and so kind of molded both of us, a little bit. And then obviously when Lane Kiffin and Coach Levy got there, he was the guy, and so I got to watch him grow a little bit more than me in the aspects of he was getting a bunch of reps and all that good stuff. But yeah, he's a great competitor, and can't wait to see what he does on Sundays for sure.
Obviously, the number 10 is pretty iconic at UCF. Have you gotten to talk to McKenzie at all yet?
I have. So it was obviously Coach Levy. He's offensive coordinator at Oklahoma now. He was at Ole Miss for the past 2 seasons, and before that he was here at UCF. And so when he first got to Ole Miss and he was installing this new offense, that's all we watched was McKenzie Milton and then Dylan Gabriel, those 2 guys, because that was the offense that they ran here. And so really cool to see a guy, you watch his film, you know his game basically like the back of your hand because you've watched all of his film. And so got to meet him in the training room when he was getting ready for the bowl game or the Senior Bowl that was here. And so it was really awesome guy for sure to start there. He's a great dude. Got to watch him play a little bit, great competitor, and yeah, I think he has a big lasting imprint here on this campus for sure.
In the back here again, what are some of the challenges of being a 2-sport athlete and you've transferred now? I mean, this has got to be some challenges, some difficulties of doing all that at the same time.
Yeah, like I said, it's a juggle. It's the thing is you only get 24 hours in a day, and so how are you going to use them? And so I like to pride myself on the work that I put in. I think that it shows directly onto the performance that you get on the field. So I try to be the hardest worker that I can be with the hours that I get in each football and baseball. And the coaching staffs on both teams have really been really good about helping me when I can be there. And so when I'm here and the coaching staff is there, Coach Dawson and them in the strength room really getting me right. Working out over here with football and then going over to baseball, and then Coach Ted Tom and Coach Lovelady are molding me into the baseball player that I want to be. And so, like I said, just juggling the time piece, but that's something that I enjoy doing for sure.
When did how much does speed benefit you as a quarterback? I mean, we've seen all those highlights from 2019, and pretty amazing some of those plays. But how much does that benefit you? And did you surprise a lot of people early on? Showing how fast you really are.
I think it helps a lot. You watch some of the younger quarterbacks in the NFL now. A lot of those guys can run pretty fast. Lamar Jackson's obviously the name that you hear, but guys like Russell Wilson can really move as well too. And obviously Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence will surprise you sometimes with his speed. And so I think when defenses have to respect the legs of the quarterback, it opens up other areas for offenses to attack. And so if they're spying me, they're not going to double Kobe. They're not going to double O'Keefe. If they're loading the box because we're run heavy because of Bowser and me, then it's going to be single coverage on O'Keefe and Flash. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it opens up a lot. I think it helps you get the ball to your playmakers, and that's essentially what you want to do. And so that's the plan.
How much are you looking forward to spring? You just mentioned a lot of players. I'm sure you're anxious to get on the field with them, and how excited are you to kind of showcase your ability?
I'm really pumped up. Obviously playing wide receiver at Ole Miss, I obviously loved doing it or whatever, but obviously what hard is a quarterback, and so I'm really itching to do that again because that's what I love to do. And so to be around the caliber athletes that you have here only makes it better, and so I'm just really pumped up to do it and blessed to have the opportunity to do so.
I mean, a lot of changes, as you know, this past year with NIL and transfer portal. As a player, obviously, I'm sure you're taking advantage of both, so you're supporting. But how does that change things for players now? Players don't have to, if they transfer, they don't have to sit out a year. I mean, they have freedom. I mean, how important is that for student athletes?
I think it's a neat deal, because like coaches shuffle all the time in college football, and so systems change, like how you execute offenses or defensive change, and so you might go commit to somewhere and be at a school where they do something that fits you perfect. It's just like this is what I do really, really well, and then those coaches shuffle every year, and so they bring in a coach, and now it's something that you don't do very well, and so then you're kind of stuck sitting on your hands. Before, you just have to either wait it out, try to wait for your opportunity, or basically watch your dream whittle away. But with the transfer portal, it really gives guys an opportunity to look for opportunities elsewhere, whether it's at a bigger school, they want to get their name out there a lot better with better competition, or taking a step down because they want to be able to get on the field again. And so I think it's a really neat deal that we get to do that, and definitely glad that it came into play.
What are your expectations for this season?
I think we're going to score a lot of points. I think we're going to be a really good football team, and I think that UCF 2022 is going to be something to watch out for.
Thank you.
Good stuff, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, all right.
Thanks, John.